Ready? There you go. Well, welcome to another episode of the City Boys Show. I'm Javier. This is Danny.
What is up?
What a game.
What a game. And a game happening right now. Doubleheader today. We did not stay for the second game.
I don't know who stayed for the second game.
It turns out everybody, because it was loud as hell.
It is loud
right
as
there.
hell. Today was the James game.
Yes. James versus NYCFC. Can you imagine who I was cheering for?
Yo, the Columbia jerseys were out today, bro.
Yo.
You got it on.
It's not a jersey,
You
all right?
wilding out,
I
bro.
almost
He's
got
in
in
the press
trouble.
box like, hi, James.
But also, everyone was about James. First of all, tons of Columbia jerseys.
Yes.
Second of all, after the game, the press was swarming James. My man looks handsome up close.
Very handsome. He gave me a wink. Nah, he didn't, but I was dreaming about it. No, but on a serious note, were you surprised? I was like wondering, look, we talked about James. We talked about like, oh, if James with NYCFC, he's a star. He'll fill up a stadium. The stadium wasn't filled up today.
Yes.
Do you put that on scheduling? Do you put it on, it's not, like, what is it? Why didn't you think the stadium was filled up enough?
My thoughts behind it was, one, we did see a lot of Columbia jerseys, right? But we're in Harrison, New Jersey, Friday at 6 o'clock.
What's up with the 6 o'clock start? That's what killed it. Like, if you had a later time,
Yes.
we could have seen James. I mean, we could have seen this stadium get a little more packed because
Yes.
people had time to come to the stadium.
Yes. I had to leave our work early to get here. I'm sure other people did too. I think if James wasn't here, it would have been even less people than we got today. So I think to that point, I do think maybe we didn't see a sellout crowd here, but we also just had Copa America. We also just had Gold Cup.
Club World Cup.
Club World Cup. Like, I just think it might be a little bit of soccer exhaustion. I think if you had James here on the regular, 32 MLS games, 18 at home, I think you'd see a packed crowd. What's going on?
I got distracted. We had somebody who actually watches the podcast. One person. So, yes. Where the fuck was I going with this conversation?
We were saying James will still, I think,
yes,
NYCFC.
Okay, but point is, let's get into the game though a little.
Yes.
Starting 11, we get our main squad out there. Basically, anybody who you wanted out there was out there. Except, so Hannes Wolf was not on the bench either.
Well, I like to point out, we did ask Pascal Janssen about that, and he said that he was actually going to start this game over Ojeda.
Wow.
But he got his foot hurt right before the game, and that's how Ojeda got the start.
And that's an interesting thing, because I was like, damn, Ojeda with another leash? Like, the leash just keeps getting longer and longer for Ojeda, so you would be like, I don't know if you should start him. And there you go, you start him, but now we know the backstory and why he started him. But damn, did that pay off.
But not only that, but I think Janssen said, after the game, someone asked, like, you keep playing Ojeda, what's the thought process there? What are you doing to develop him? And he's saying, it's not me. I'm not doing the developing. I'm choosing the starting lineup, but you got to see Ojeda in training. He's amazing, and it just needs to translate to the pitch, and that's why he keeps getting starts, because he's having great training sessions. And so I thought that was interesting, because I feel like when you see Ojeda out there, he doesn't always make the best decisions, and I think that's where it hurts him. But today he made the right decision.
This could be by far Ojeda's one of his best games. And I'm mad I didn't talk to him after the game. Right when Ojeda's coming, James like has a glow around him, like, and everybody just wanted to talk to James. So I was like, all right, I mean, I'm going to. So I started talking about, I put the mic towards James. I didn't get a question out because there was 20 people, but then Ojeda walked right by, so I didn't get to talk to him. But I thought it was one of his best games we've seen in an NYCFC uniform.
Yes.
So hopefully that ceiling keeps getting higher for him, because we need somebody like Ojeda.
Yes.
But somebody who was on the pitch, and we could go by game, by score, but I mean, play by play. But I think, like, just to highlight some of these bigger plays, Nico Fernandez, I think we're finally seeing what Nico could bring to this team. And this was, like, I felt like a great game to showcase, all right, Nico's going to be that guy who's moving the ball with purpose, and who's gonna drag in a couple extra defenders to free up other guys. And that's what you saw with Nico today. What did you think of Nico's performance?
I thought Nico was fantastic. I think you are seeing that the combination play of Nico Fernandez and Alonso Martinez is going to be really special. I mean, think about it. We had Nico Fernandez last game, and he's on a minutes constraint right now. But on top of that, last game Alonso Martinez didn't start, right? We had a really quick turnaround. We didn't have a podcast after the Puebla's game, but they went from playing Friday to playing Tuesday to playing now Friday again. tons of games in the past month. And so then you have Nico Fernandez out there, but not Alonso Martinez. Or you have an exhausted Alonso Martinez and you have Nico Fernandez out there for 10, 15 minutes, right? Because he just joined the team.
Yeah.
This was the first time we saw Nico Fernandez, Alonso Martinez out there for 45 minutes plus. And you saw how much more deadly Alonso Martinez looked with the ball because Nico Fernandez was able to find those passes for him. And Janssen actually mentioned it in the press conference. Someone asked about the combination play between those two players, and he says, Alonso Martinez is very happy we got Nico Fernandez because he thinks that it's going to make him so much of a better player. So that was actually kind of cool that that was brought up in the press conference.
You see it. I think Nico's going to be a great addition to this team. Talking about additions, maybe we could talk a little bit about subtractions.
Oh, nice transition.
Wow.
You're getting good at this.
Give my guy an Emmy. Another one. Ooh, swag. No, but...
oh, that was good too.
What was I going to say?
Subtractions was something that we can talk about.
Moonsef Bakrar, officially gone.
Yes.
I clapped for him in the 9th minute this game. One last time for the memory of Moonsef and the memory of me clapping for him when nobody else did, except Lilibeth. I know you clapped for him too. What is the legacy of Moonsef going to be here? I mean, we don't have to... there is not much of a legacy.
Yeah.
But what's that moment that you'll remember from Moonsef?
Honestly,
I
want to be positive, but I want to say the legacy of Moonsef on this team is going to be like the player who could have been, the striker who could have been, right? He had all the right traits, and he had all the right, characteristics that you want as a striker, but he just never flourished to that striker that he can be. And I think the one game that actually stands out to me that I'll never forget was when he first joined the team. And he played here at Red Bull Arena.
Yes, I remember that. And that's when we had no striker. Who was our striker at the
Dotti
time?
just left the team, I think.
But Alonso wasn't on the squad anymore.
Alonso wasn't on the squad. And we ended up he had that volley goal.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
Yes.
And we thought, wow, that guy was going to be real special.
One great moment from him that I think everybody will remember in this fandom. He scores against the Red Bulls.
Yes.
His one moment. And it's like, that's like one of like his 5 goals that he had with us. So it like sticks out like, oh my gosh, that was such a great goal. Because it got us the lead in that derby last year in Citi Field. It was like epic. But that's Moonsef. We move on from him.
We move on from
Moonsef.
Moonsef.
One kid that's stepping up now because of Moonsef, or not stepping up, somebody just scored a goal in the day.
Big time.
Is Seymour Reed.
Yeah.
So Seymour Reed is I talked to Seymour Reed after this game and I said, hey, has there been conversations of you now being the guy coming up, like, because Moonsef's gone? He's like, yeah, there's been more talks of me having more minutes because of Moonsef being gone. And he had so many opportunities towards that end of the game. And it's like, we could have been up 4-0. We could have been up 5-0. So for him, it's really about finishing those chances. And for a young player like him, you don't want him to lose his confidence.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just hoping that this doesn't detract him or mess him up. People are like running from this stadium like somebody got shot. Hopefully nobody got shot. But yeah, so high ceiling for Seymour Reed, but I guess we'll see what happens.
And I think we don't want it to, kind of to your point, we don't want this to become the storyline of the same storyline of Moonsef Bakrar, right? You see a lot of great abilities that Reed shows even at such a young age. He's only 18 years old, but you see the speed. You see that he's able to make plays one-on-one. But then when it gets to goal scoring, he hasn't scored yet. I don't think so.
Yeah.
And there's been 3 or 4 games where he's had multiple opportunities. So, but he's young. He can still turn it around. And I don't think you could do worse than Moonsef. So I think he's in a good spot.
Another, I guess, subtraction or players we're missing, because I feel like it's all part of the conversation of what happened this game, is Thiago Martins has been injured. He had surgery. I actually just saw him leaving the locker room. He's walking. He's walking already. He's got a little limp. I asked him how he's doing. He said, I'm feeling better. That's all positives.
Yes.
But in the meantime, in this last couple stretch of games, we've seen a lot of goals scored, and we finally got a clean sheet this game. What is your thought of the hack pairing with Tana?
I think it's doing a little better than expected, right? I think everyone was concerned about that, those 2 players working together, right? They haven't had a lot of minutes together. And you saw just 2 games ago against Dallas try to put Gray in that spot over Tana. And you saw that did not go well. I think Gray has the ability to be a great one-on-one defender, but I think knowing the right spacing and the right, where to be based off where the ball is, Gray just was not getting it. He looked lost on the pitch. And Tana might not have the same strong skill set that Gray has, but you could tell he's a much more natural center back. He knows what to do. And the game stabilized a lot more when they put Gray back on the right and they put
Tana centrally.
I
want to talk about that. Hack, I talked to Hack after the game. He's like, yeah, we did a much better we had a much better defensive performance this game. And I said, who are you feeling most comfortable with now that Thiago's out? And he said, Tana is the guy.
Yeah.
So I think him and that Tana pairing is what we're going to see for the next couple weeks. And honestly, we've given Tana slack that's deserving, but also when he has games like this, we do also got to give him some credit for it.
Yes.
Even though Lyon was, I thought, struggling for the most part of this game. We were clearly the better team, which is a little shocking to see how much we were the better team.
Well, I would say Lyon's been a pretty poor team. They lost against Montreal, which doesn't say anything because we also lose against Montreal constantly. There's a lot
Montreal might be scoring right now, bro.
They've also just haven't had a very good season. So really, Lyon was looking to turn their season around by doing well in Leagues Cup because they thought that was the only way that they're going to get into the CONCACAF Cup. And so, unfortunately, it's not going to work out for them. They're not going to make it. But we were able to win against a bad team, which has been pretty difficult for us this season. I mean, think about it between the MLS teams, between Montreal and Toronto, and even Puebla a few days ago. I mean, we have suffered big losses against the easiest teams in not only MLS, but also Liga MX. So to see us turn this around, I think...
One thing I want to talk about that we kind of mentioned, you're saying, oh, Lyon's kind of out. These Leagues Cup format is a mess.
Yeah.
How do you only have the top 4 teams from both? So now we're like in this limbo. Like, okay, we won a game, but a lot of MLS teams already won one game already so far. So we really don't have a shot to make it, but we do. And then you got to really think about the goal differential for the time markers. It's a mess. Why would you format like this? I get it. You want us to play one Liga MX team, so it's not just MLS versus MLS, because then it's just a regular game. But I think the format's a mess. Would you have changed this format?
I don't think I understand this format enough yet to give an opinion on it, but that's probably good enough.
And then on top of that, you schedule our first game. We couldn't have all our starters because we just had an MLS game 4 days prior.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing?
Yes.
Like, Don Garber, you said you cared about this cup, and then you do it 4 days from from a regular season game.
Yes.
Like, make it make sense.
Yes.
Like, I don't get that. Like, if you say you care about, like, I want this tournament to be important, make it important. Don't make it 4 days after another game where you're not going to be able to have all the best stars in this game.
Yes.
It's silly.
Yeah,
it's silly.
I thought the Puebla game, although I know a lot of people were mad at Janssen, I thought Janssen did the right thing.
There's
honestly.
nothing you could do.
They were playing 3 weeks back. They played 3 MLS games in 7 games, and then 4 days later had to play a La Liga MX team. Like, no. Like, I wouldn't do it either. I would have started the same lineup he started.
You know what I'm going to yell him out about, though?
What?
We have another game Tuesday. Maxi went 90 minutes. What are we doing?
Bro, I have a theory.
Okay, what's your theory?
I wanted to ask Janssen, but I chickened out at the end.
What?
Maxi, I think, has had more minutes than anyone else for this team this year. Now, especially with Martins out, right? And Matt Freese went on the Gold Cup. I think between Maxi having this many minutes and Fernandez Mercado joining this team, that this is Maxi's last year. And he's saying, yo, if it's my last year, I want to play as much time as I can because I'm never going to be able to play the sport professionally again.
Ooh.
And so I think Maxi's saying, keep me in there. I want to play the 90. Because if you think about it, he's got 900 more minutes left in the entire soccer
we have
profession.
somebody interjecting. Go.
Listen, I got to interject. You just had a sighting. Those kids that just walked by, they're like, yo, that's the City Boys.
There we go. We got some love. Yo, what's up?
What's going on?
NYCFC right here.
What you think of the game?
This guy's been drinking and you didn't save me one drink.
Where's our drinks over
But
here, boys?
it's funny because you guys came
Never
for
saying
Bahamas.
NYCFC.
It's funny, but you guys are NYCFC fans, but y'all came for James though.
He
Yo,
came with
bro.
the jersey.
Yo,
You see
relax.
me wear the jersey?
Relax.
That guy's done.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Only Louis out here.
Only
Only
Louis.
Louis, the
Oh,
only Louis.
I mean, follow us on Instagram. Don't like our stuff then, bro. Nah, I'm joking.
Stock it, you know. Y'all feel me?
I appreciate you, bro.
I feel you.
Oh, shit.
He's messing up the game right now.
You'll be on, you'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
Oh. But I fucks with y'all.
I appreciate
We
that.
fucks with y'all
Appreciate
too.
it.
I follow it, everything.
Appreciate
But
it.
you know what? But y'all could have just support NYCFC instead of James.
No. We came here. We were cheering
No,
for them to win. We were here.
I saw the story. I saw the story already.
That's our boo, bro. That's our boo.
You
That's
gotta
our
give
country.
him this look. Where you from?
Huh?
Where you from?
I'm from Patterson, but I was born in Queens though.
No, nationality, bro.
Oh, I'm Mexican.
That's what I'm saying. You get a Mexican star come in, we get to play against them. You're not gonna be hyped?
No. I only support NYCFC out here.
All right, I appreciate that. I respect that.
Leon is out. Leon is trash team.
Trash, bro.
Yeah.
I only support NYCFC. But you know, before the game, after that, Puebla dog NYCFC.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll bounce back. Hopefully, we win our next game.
I'm from Puebla.
Oh shit!
But you know, it was hard for me. It was hard. But you know, NYCFC played. You know.
You had the Puebla jersey under the NYCFC jersey.
No, I didn't. I had the NYCFC jersey on me all the time.
Nice.
All the time. But you know, they got to bounce back. But they did already.
Yeah.
Leon. But you know, they gotta go. They gotta go again. They gotta
Alright,
go again.
Yo, appreciate you stopping by,
man.
brother.
Thanks for coming through.
It is, bro. We'll catch you around, right?
Yeah. We'll tag you, homie.
Yo, so where were we?
Puebla.
This is what you guys get. We're live at the stadium. I had somebody tickle my butt earlier. Things are getting intense over here, but I'm feeling it. It's fun.
No, we were talking about Maxi potentially retiring.
Oh.
Now I remember.
Regardless.
Wait. I had a good point though. Right before you cut me up, I think Maxi's gonna retire.
Louis cut you off, bro. Don't try to blame that on me.
Point is, yes, I think these are Maxi's last days with the team, and that's why we're seeing Maxi 90+ minutes every game. And if I was in Max's shoes, I'd also want to play 90+ minutes if I know this is my final hurrah.
Yeah, but if it's your final hurrah, make it in those most important games. Not now. We might not even advance in League's Cup. I'm saying take me down. I could understand. We saw Maxi and James before the game dap each other up. He's playing his former club, so I get that. But at the same time, take him out. We're up 2-0, and you put in. I understand the Fernandez sub. Who else did he put in that? I thought. I
He
just
took out Alonso for a read.
I understand that one too, but I thought you could have had a couple extra ones.
Yeah, I agree.
We need Maxi out. We need him fresh for Tuesday. If we're really going to try to make a run at this, which I don't even know what our chances are because this league is silly, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and now back to what we were talking about.
the thing we were just talking about, right? You made it sound like Louis just left, homie.
Louis distracted me. I was on a roll. I was feeling myself in this podcast.
All right, wait. Whoa.
Okay,
Something else we want to talk about. So we talked about
The back line being strong. Parks.
No, we didn't even talk about Berg Risa leaving.
Well, yes, that's part of the whole conversation of why Tana's starting. So I don't even think we really have to address.
Oh, we did talk about Risa actually, because we talked about it with Chanel and the whole thing in that
Yes.
podcast. Okay, so we're good there. So Parks, go.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. What is the future for Parks now? This is his third surgery with blood clots, second surgery. I'm not exactly the amount, but this is a reoccurring thing for his career. Long term, should we start looking in a different direction? I don't want that to be the case, but for Keaton Parks' health, is he going to be able to sustain this long term? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I think I forgot to ask ChatGPT that question before we did this to see how big of a problem this is.
But blood clots aren't just
that
a
sounds
sports
scary.
thing.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like that's like an actual serious thing.
Yes. You know, I don't know, man. I mean, I hope we keep Keaton Parks. We know how important he is to this team, but I do think that there could be a chance that Keaton Parks says, actually, my soccer profession's over because of those blood clots. And, you know, his health is much more important than soccer. He's got a little one. He's got to write children's books. He might not need soccer anymore, and so we might need to start looking for that replacement. But I really hope you're healthy, and I really hope he does come back, because that I think would be best case scenario. But we're seeing a player though in midfield that unfortunately can't execute for us consistently because of the medical injuries. And so even just from NYCFC management experience, do they need to make sure that they have enough depth in the midfield? Because this could potentially happen again, even if he does come back.
Talking about midfield, Nico Fernandez played more of a winger position. When we got Nico Fernandez, I think we all anticipated, oh, he's our new number 10. He's the replacement for Maxi. Is he the replacement for Maxi next year? And now it's going to be like, we're going to have him play more of this winger role, or is he going to stay centrally? I think that's the big question. And where do we feel most comfortable with him? Because I thought he played a good game this game. So maybe that connection between him and Alonso at wings is going to be positive, because you saw when he got the ball on the right-hand side, or I forget the left-hand side, whatever side it was, he would attack centrally, which then opened up a winger, a back to come around him, or have another spot for Alonso to cut in. So it's very effective, but I want to know, are we going to see a lot of Maxi Morales and Nico Fernandez on the pitch at the same time?
I think what we're going to see is potentially what we saw a little bit of last year with Santi Rodriguez, Maxi Morales playing in the middle, and like having almost like 2 10s, you know what I mean? Because we saw towards a part of this game where you had Julian Fernandez, Maxi Morales, Nico Fernandez, and Agustin Ojeda. And you kind of had these link up between these like 4 Argentinian players. And I think we're going to see more of that, right? Because I think Maxi, going back to my original point, we got to stay back on screen, is that I think that Maxi wants the final minutes to his final year on this team, and that Nico Fernandez is going to slowly transition. Honestly, we need it on the wings, right? Hannes Wolf has been incredible, but the other winger has been hit or miss, game after game. If we get consistent production out of a Nico Fernandez on the right until Maxi decides to hang his boots up, I think that's a great way of doing it. And then when Maxi can't play 90 minutes, you put Nico Fernandez in the middle, you bring in one of those other wingers, and I think that'll be a good result.
Yeah. One thing I also wanted to touch on is the penalty. So James goes, it was like some type of handball. I don't know what the fuck it was, but they called it a handball penalty. James goes up to the line. James gets ready. He's about to do it. Matt Freese is looking at him. Alonso Martinez, before the kick, points to the right. Matt Freese then goes the right direction, blocks it. I asked Alonso Martinez.
Now you asked Matt Freese.
I asked both of them.
Oh,
Alonso Martinez said, oh yeah, I did signal to him. But yo, what's up, man?
Oh, what is up?
But I did signal to him, like, go that way. Did he see it? I have no idea. And then I asked Matt Freese, did you see it? And he said, I saw it, but I already knew I was going that way. So I just love these guys are the best, bro.
They
Them
do.
and penalties, historic stories. They're going to have stories for kids, generations and generations. You remember that Alonso Martinez and the Matt Freese penalty? Yeah, it's just great story. I don't know where I was going with that, but I thought it was a cool story. And Matt Freese, again, with another huge penalty save.
Yes. And they asked at the press conference, how big did you think that save was? And Janssen said, I thought that was one of the biggest parts of this game. And he said, they were starting to build momentum. They were starting to build offense. You could tell they were trying to create opportunities. And then they got the handball, and it looked like that was going to open the floodgates. And then he goes and stops it, and it kills all momentum. And the crowd went crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was great to see. And shout out to the NYCFC fans, because yes, anytime James Rodriguez got the ball, the stadium went crazy, especially early on the game. You get a corner and everybody's like, James Rodriguez! But then NYCFC fans were loud today, bro.
Yeah.
They held down this stadium.
Exactly. The 10 fans that were here, you guys were crazy
Nah.
loud. I'm talking. That was
The supporter section was packed,
I
bro.
would say, I do think out of the 3 teams that showed up today, NYCFC, Lyon, and Colombia, I do think NYCFC had the most jerseys in the stadium.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Lyon was a little dead zone, bro. They had like this long ass poster, but they were like 5 fans for Lyon, I thought.
Well,
and then the rest were like
I think there were
James fans.
There was a lot
That's
of
really what
James
it was. Anything else that you take away from this game?
We talked Maxi. We talked.
I will just add to the
Stray.
James aura because we're James fans.
We
I
are
don't care.
James
Louis,
fans.
I know you're gonna be mad. I'm talking about James right now, Louis, but I'm still gonna talk about him. Guy has an aura about him.
He does have an aura.
After the game, he's walking through. It's just like his presence was known. Every media member was there. We had people who shouldn't be taking pictures of him. Like, hey.
That wasn't us though. That wasn't us.
No, not us. I got no pictures. I'm mad sad about it, but I was
It
professional.
was so hard to not ask for a selfie, homie.
Yeah, it was. And I think that's it.
Although I showed up in this shirt, which is already not professional.
Yeah, we'll just skip that part. We play who next? I don't even know the Mexican team we play next.
Toluca?
Toluca. Yeah.
We should play Toluca
I
on
know
Tuesday.
nothing about
Yankee
them.
Stadium.
They might be winning right now. They might be losing right now.
Oh yeah, they're playing right now. The good thing is they'll be just as exhausted.
Yes, more exhausted. We got
Yeah.
2 hours on them, bro. So they got 2 less hours to freshen up their legs.
Exactly.
I was about to check the score. Can you talk a little longer?
And we also know that they're from Mexico.
Wow.
Which I think, big deal. Because they're from like
They're up 2-1 right now.
Oh, they're up.
Yeah.
So that means they're also going to want to win on Tuesday. They're not out.
Oh.
If they win today, they got something to fight for.
All right.
Did they win actually the last game?
I don't know. Now we're digging too deep into this, guys. I think that's a wrap for the pod. Anything else?
I think that's, damn, 26 minutes? We cutting this real short. And 4 of those minutes were Louis being wasted as fuck.
Louis is my guy. Don't
No,
judge him, all right?
Louis was great. I can't think of anything else.
We'll have like 20 things we missed, but if we have to do another pod, we would.
We will.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Peace.
peace.